Hello, and we're back for another one. We have a couple of afternoon videos coming up, and I'm here in my office working, and so we are back. We're going to continue with birthdays because I did receive more, and I do have a funny little story I have to bring up in this video if you guys mind, but I wanted to continue greeting Natalis Invictus. I did look on another sheet of paper where I added them because I was moving all of the birthdays to another paper. And Alexander, thank you so much, even though you already unfollowed. And so I wanted to mention this. After the 9th of October, I don't really have a lot of birthdays. And so I'm actually looking at my new paper here. After October 9, I actually lose a lot of birthdays. Not many of you wrote after that. I have very seldom birthdays for the 10th. I have one for that date. The 11th is very full, but I have to be on both channels that day. After the 9th, I want to say underneath this video, if you guys could please put, if you are after October 9, if you guys could please let me know if it is your birthday. And if you don't want to shout out, it's okay. You're not required to, but it seems to be after that date, I have very little birthdays. It's only like one person or two people a day. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to do a Libra birthday story. We have meaningful moments, and I lost the Hermit and I also lost the Emperor, but I found it and I was like, that's great because now it completes the deck and I can continue to use it because I don't believe in using incomplete decks. It's like, I feel weird, like I have the incomplete story. So let's do our halves and our triples. The Magician. We have the Magician, and I told you it would be back. I'm not always right about that. It's just some days I'm spot on about those things. And the King of Pentacles. It's not the Knight, it's the King. So let's use this opportunity as a bit of a class here in the afternoon. This could be a King of Pentacles who's highly in adoration, would like to show you that you're special. So I think my Libra here has a bit of an admirer. He just so happens to also be a big boss daddy. And I joke about it, of course. This is a person who, they kind of seem like a tiny emperor in this story. I think Libra even knows who about this could be in work, or if this is a friend. And if it's your birthday, it might have even happened today. There's some happenings that do that. And the Knight of Wands, the Fool, Seven of Wands. So Libra, this tattooed guy, I think is you. Seven of Wands is protecting your heart. We're going to keep the staple cards in your reading. The Lovers is the back of the deck. So we got Gemini. Before we go back to that, on Libra's birthday, if it was today, what happened? The Devil card. Okay, maybe some toxic moments. Low vibrational is the Devil. And it's funny because we need more angels in a deck. You know, we need more of that Archangel Michael. But with this, it's saying some things became low vibrational during the day. That maybe that's not for everybody. But let's see why. What happened here, please? What happened? Eight of Swords. Little bit of like low vibrational moments. Eight of Swords is a low vibrational card. Also, it's actually the lower step of this card of Capricorn. Why again? A little bit more. We have the Two of Wands from another deck. I won't take it because it's not a part of here. There's several. It was the Hermit that was still stuck in here. And I'll take the Pisces card of the Hanged Man. So a little bit of reflection goes a long way. That's the Hanged Man. And it's here with him actually in the reverse. So it could be that my Libra has rested a little bit and got time to truly think of things. Let's do a split on this one. You have the Emperor, Temperance, and the Page of Wands. There is news coming for my beautiful Libra that's watching. Who is the person who's bringing the Page of Wands? Ace of Wands? They could be attracted to you. I think this person spices up Libra's day. This is a King of Pentacles who not only will tell Libra they're very attracted, but there's news coming, and I really want to narrow it down the best way I can with cards. So let me remove the Hermit. And we'll go back to this deck, which is full. What is that thing if I can know that they are bringing? What is that? And they could be alone. The Hermit is signifier of that. He's been here the whole day. We have been nonstop with readings and he came back. Happy birthday, Natalise and Alexander again. So with my little PSA there, if you're after October 9, could you guys please help me out and put your birthdays if you want to shout out. Under here, I'm going to do a sample. And you don't have to write all the details. I just need to refill my calendar because it's looking pretty low for Libra light even. Four of Wands. Want to ask Libra out on a date. So there's several things with the Four of Wands. I've actually Googled it before and there were 20 quadrants of what the Four of Wands could mean. So without having a huge class here, the Four of Wands is mainly gatherings. It can be about someone's graduation and or milestones, but also Libra is getting excited about this because I think it's about time this Libra went out and danced, you know, and something here about like, I'm hearing the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. The song Brandy, that's what was coming to me. Brandy, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is the Knight in this case. Why are there so many pentacles here associated to this person? Why are there so many pentacles for this date coming up? One stayed in my hand, the Five of Wands. This is a person who wants to correct things. They may have had conflict with Libra in the past, or this person wants to correct it by taking Libra out. So there was a fight here, or a long time ago there was a conflict. Page of Pentacles. It's going to be small. Okay, in this story, it's going to be a small offer. There's attraction. Can I clarify this really tiny offer, please? Thank you. Page of Swords. They've been looking at where Libra hangs out, their friends, who their associations are, and what they like to do. So it's three things I got there. Associations, where they dwell and hang out, and what they like to do. Also, this Page of Swords is standing on top of a bunch of books, so they may have begun to learn something. Hanged Man. There's been a lot of reflection. Four of Swords, a break of no talking. It's about to break. Ace of Wands, more attraction for Libra, and Libra could have bought a whole new book to read. I could have a bookworm here, or even somebody who loves to go to a library. Who loves to go. Maybe you bought a book too. My last book was 107 Days by Kamala Harris. I was highlighting it the other day. So that's my new book. And I love to read political things. I love to read history. So that's what I recently purchased for myself. Knight of Swords. They could be an air sign. A Virgo. Three of Cups is Cancer. Okay, and then the last one is an Aquarius. That's Aquarius moon for me. Six of Swords. Okay, what has Libra taught them? Wow, that's a big popper outer. Seven of Pentacles. Where you invest your time is who you become. Where you invest your time is who you become. Okay, why did I get that? And one is sticking out. King of Wands. This person may have been a player in the past. A King of Wands has a lot of options, and they have like a lot of lady friends that like them. Okay, if we're talking about men. For a girl who's a King of Wands, they're like ultra racy, very sexy, right? And that's a King of Wands, if you were to talk about it on both sides of the spectrum. But you know, there is also good to King of Wands. It's not always a bad card. So let's look at the bad. Yes, they're known as the Burger King, or they're players at times because they're very good looking. But a King of Wands is also someone who is determined. They will not stop until they have something. So this takes discernment, okay? So if you become involved with that, or if that's too intense for you, King of Wands is coming up next, it looks like, in the timeline. Hierophant. Okay, they view Libra as a teacher. I think you may have said something to this person where they were like, wait, that came out of Libra's mouth. That's interesting, because I would not take it literally or typically from their mouth. And so what I mean by that is non-offensive. I think that they are very stirred by how much you have learned, okay? And it's also a subject that they probably didn't think you knew about, but you do. So it's actually a high compliment here. I did not mean it like that. But what I'm saying is you're viewed as a teacher. And there's a lot of things this person is currently learning from you. Okay, you have the Chariot, the Star. They want to heal. The Chariot and the Star is, it's a very interesting combo when you have it up next. So I'm going to explain that. Major arcanas are major life events that we go through. And if they're going through the Star moment and the Chariot, it means that they've come across something so splendid that they've healed over that they actually want to tell Libra about. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Swords. It's somebody who could be watching to see if Libra is still hurt. Okay. Even if you think that they do not keep tabs on you, I do believe that they are. Okay. And they're viewing you as a Hierophant right now. So you could be marriage material. Also, they're probably trying to spy and see if you got married at the very, very minimal. Okay, it's also a marriage contract. So if you're not a teacher or instructor, which some of you are, for real, I think that they're also viewing that if you started a contract of some kind. 8 of Cups in my pre-shuffle. So this person was a walking away person with Libra before. If Libra kept slamming doors, this person was happy to walk out. But they're coming back, and it's due to this 10 of Swords that they did. It's due to hurting you, okay? They're going to be coming back. How will Libra react to this? Thank you, Queen of Pentacles. You will be caring towards them. You're not going to slam the door. I think actually you're leaving a little crack to see if their voice is speaking to you, okay? So for some of you, you'll take that esoterically. Some of them are Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. 10 of Swords is like a Gemini or Libra, right? So you're going to put care into it. And one last card, 9 of Swords. They used to give you anxiety is what I'm getting here. And you see all the eyes are on her body. You had to be on guard. You had to be aware, maybe even in the middle of the night. Like this person, it's almost like you could never rest easy with this person in your life. But Libras, if you notice in this card, she's dressed and she has so much harvest around her. She's about to replant a new garden. And I don't know if some of you are unveiling or having an opening of some kind, because it looks like she's about to set those gates open to a garden that she just completed. So this person knows about that grand opening, okay? King of Cups, I have 8 of Swords, I have in a cage. So this person also wants to be released and they feel like freedom is over where Libra is. Okay, 4 of Cups. This is interesting. It's a bit sad, the 4 of Cups. The bird there is holding the umbrella for the girl underneath the water. Okay, I think they see Libra like that, like they could save the day with the bird. And let's clarify that. Why are they feeling the 4 of Cups still? I gotta remove a lot of cards. Why did I do that? Anyways, we'll just use the rest if you guys don't mind, because it's really long to remove them from this morning. You have the 3 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. 6 of Swords. Okay, they want to go toward you for healing. I see here the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Swords is that this person is done watching. They want to put effort into it. They're done watching you. They feel like it's actually more interesting to come toward you. So 3 of Wands is there. That is their plan. Now remember, this is not the person, Libra, who probably originally ran. This is not your first runner from like 5 years ago. In this energy, it's whoever healed and is ready to come toward Libra. That is the story, because it's definitely someone who is a star and can physically do the 3 of Wands as a person. Okay. High signs at the end here. Let's call them out. Gemini with the 8 of Swords. King of Cups is Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. Star is the Aquarius. The Chariot is a Cancer. If you saw any other signs here, if it was a minor arcana, I'd give it about a 30% chance. If it was a major arcana, a little bit higher. As you guys know, the major arcana tends to show up more in our lives. And thank you so much. Happy birthday, Natalise and Alexander. And I will be greeting again for tomorrow. Now let's see if I have it correct. Okay, we're just going to do a test. I have Jen, Maritza, Mr. Ungles, and Carlos Ramirez for tomorrow. So you actually have 2 greetings now. But again, after the 9th, I have very little birthdays. So I just wanted to let you guys know. I started noticing that it was 1 or 2 people a day after. So I'll see you. Thank you guys for being on the channel today. I enjoyed.